It's 10:46 in the studio with us, Senator Barack Obama. We go to Kathy in Danville. Good morning. Welcome to KGO. Hello, Kathy.
Ron, how are you?
Doing well.
I am so impressed with the senator and everything I've read about him. And today it gives me so much hope for America. But I'm wondering, Senator, how do you think you and your family would be prepared to deal with the whole issue of race that, unfortunately is still so much a part of this country? And are you willing to put your family through that, or how do you even see that issue?
Well, the race, I think, is still a powerful force in our country. And I write in the book that I was born in 1961. And I think anybody who suggests that we haven't made enormous progress during my lifetime isn't paying attention. Things have drastically improved. The problem is better is not good enough. So we still have more work to do. And I've said, and to some degree my politics reflect this, that if we can deal with the economic disparities, if we can get into the inner city and make sure kids are getting a good education, and that, by the way, includes making sure that the parents are responsible for the kids getting good education and not simply expecting the teachers and the schools to do it. But if we can get improve reading levels, get folks jobs, close some of the economic gaps, then actually a lot of our racial tensions would lessen. It's my belief that we still have prejudice, but what I've discovered around the country is that you can get past that prejudice if people get to know you. And so if I'm walking down the street and somebody doesn't know me, and it's at night, then there's something in their brain that may say, "Black guy walking down the street late at night, let me cross the street." If I'm sitting down with them in the living room and having a conversation, then they're going to treat me respectfully and like an individual. And so the question is, can we create a conversation, and do people have enough time to get to know each other, and to have a conversation so that we can improve race relations? They're never going to be perfect, but I think they can continue to improve, and I'm hopeful on that regard.
With all due respect, one correction, though. Black guy walking down the street at night with a ton of TV cameras. Bill in Pinole, good morning. Welcome to KGO.
Good morning. What a great honor to speak to you, sir. And I would like to tell you that I'm very hoping that you are running for the presidency. I would like you to consider, if you couldn't be the president, if you could at least be part of the next administration. There's a lot of talent out there. I think Howard Dean would be a great president. I think Mr. Edwards would be a great president. And I believe you will be a fantastic president. And the reason why, sir, is because we need someone that will help represent all people. As you might note, that the man that's a heartbeat away from the presidency right now didn't even bother to vote for Martin Luther King Day. That says a lot about who he represents and who they are.
Well, he mentioned two people. He mentions Howard Dean, who, again, you can say what you want. I think he's a nutcake. And you got Edwards, who's too clean for me. I mean, you've got some warts. That's the thing I like. What is it? You smoke pot, and then I read what is it? You tried blow, which is coke, I guess. But are you from a musician background or what? I mean, it was coke. I never liked coke.
When I was a teenager, this is all in high school, actually. I mean, my wild times were in high school,
right?
My father wasn't in the house. I was trying to figure out who I was. I was confused, like a lot of teenage boys are confused, and I engaged in a bunch of self-destructive behavior. Fortunately, I had a mom who most of her life raised me as a single mom, along with her parents, my grandparents, who gave me a foundation and so much love and support that I was able to pull myself out of that funk. And by the time I was in my early 20s, I had become almost too serious. I sort of went into the opposite direction, and my friends like to call it the Gandhi phase. I had an apartment in New York City. I was going to Columbia, and I had one plate and one towel, and I would all I did was read and wouldn't go to bars, and people thought I was going crazy. But sometimes you got to kind of straighten yourself out a little bit.
Wait a minute, no sex?
Well, we're not going to discuss that on air, Ron.
Okay, off air ought to be good. By the way, there's something very refreshing about a candidate who says that, though. The only one I can think of aside from that is Michael Bloomberg. And he just said, I smoked, I inhaled, end of story, let's move on.
Exactly.
That's so damn refreshing. And I loved Clinton, but I never inhaled. I mean, come on. I keep thinking of one of my favorite quotes, Ike Turner. Remember Ike and Tina?
Absolutely.
There was a Rolling Stone interview, and his exact quote was, "Sure, I do coke, who don't?" I never forgot that.